This time a little different. We are doing the painting portion for this large Doberman right here. Just turning on some more lights, that way we have a little bit better lighting. Don't have a ton of power on this camera right now, so we're gonna do whatever we can to get as much done out of the way possible. Okay. Really, we're looking at getting some oranges today. Some cadmium orange. This is some of the drying retarder, makes it last a little longer when it comes to drying times. And then we are gonna add a tiny bit of white with a little bit of titanium white. And make sure that nothing falls in any of these other paints. We're going to create almost like a skin tone. And although this dog, this Doberman, he's out in the warm light, sometimes it can be deceiving. You'll think, oh, I'm going to do yellow, but you actually want more of an orange hue. Okay, there's that hue right there, which, that's more of that hue up there. We're gonna add a little bit of Payne's gray. Basically, it mimics the black. What that's gonna do is it's gonna darken it up, make it almost into like a brown. Pink hue, and the Payne's gray is actually more of a blue, so made more of a purple, but that's okay because we can add black to it. Now on this one we'll actually get black, put a little black over here, and this, give this a little darker hue. Ashton Judd, I mean, not out of the question. I think the next painting I'm going to do, I'm still debating on what I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to do, we're out near Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and so we have a lot of cool wildlife, and I'll probably either do an elk, maybe a bison, probably some other type of wildlife. Our browns, our complementary browns. But I really need the skin tones. Some titanium white, and back to some orange. Should give us a nice color for that skin tone. Okay, that's a pretty good color right there. Now we need titanium white. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys were tuning in a little bit ago, I was doing hand engraving. We're going to create a nice light skin tone. Some highlights. I like that. Okay, one of the tips, guys, for you painters out there, especially if you're beginning, brushes can get really expensive. I'm obviously got like normal brushes that you get from like Walmart or Home Depot or whatever. Try to get the really pretty fine ones or coarse ones if you need coarse. But a tip if you want really nice, fine blending brushes with the fine bristles, like these right here. Go to Dollar Tree, the makeup section, and yeah, buy these for pretty cheap. They have some pretty cool little brushes that are really good, really fine, that are going to be awesome for blending later on. So, in fact, we can probably use some of those right now. So I bought this one right here, really nice fine one. I know some artists are going to lose their mind with it, but hey, if it works, it works. And this is more of a pink hue. Working on those highlights. And like I said it yesterday, we are working on adding multiple strokes and building on top of what we've already got here. What's kind of cool is right here, there's quite a bit of red in the actual photo itself. Of course, I dropped my... We gotta hide that. Can't be showing that. So reference. And this is more of a red violet hue. And we need to okay, we're going to use it for the nose right here. And add a slight tint of it right in here, because his nose is kind of more reddish. Again, we're layering. So if it's not on right now, it's okay. So we're going to layer on top of it. Again, we're going to go loose. It's okay. So we're going to go on top of it with a brown. We've got to create this nose. That's what I noticed yesterday, is that the nose is not depicted yet. Okay, we've got that. We're going to go in with some brown. just to add some swipes here and there. Just build and build the layers to give us what we need. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, now Payne's Gray is huge in this photo as well. So we're gonna add a little bit of Payne's Gray. Grab some of that retarder. Mix that Payne's Gray in. Again, blacks in paintings aren't always just, it's not just black. Usually there's other colors within that. My goal is to get this whole thing to just be painted on. I think it'd be kind of cool. So that's why I got these just for painting and working on art and just working outside. So I'm not too worried. I like this brush, but I want a broader stroke brush. So we're gonna go with this blending brush right here. There we go. I like those strokes a lot more. Those are the broad strokes I like to build on. Okay, and within the Payne's Gray, I'm going to add a little bit of the brown to give it a little different tone and hue. Build. Just building on top of that, guys. Okay. Now again with that nose, I'm going to focus on that nose too. So I want, since it's more of a reddish, I want kind of like a violet, a dark violet there. And this is, so I'm using really analogous colors. To blend. Mixing it with the Payne's Gray, make it a lot darker violet. And then I'm going to add some crimson. Just on the side right here. That's the color we need. And since it's a nose, there we go. We've got some right here as well. Got some right here. We're gonna have to darken some of that stuff up. Definitely right there. Right here. Right here. There we go, a little bit better. Okay. Now we're going with this blending brush. Just gonna kind of hit it right there. Just hitting it. Okay. Now, we have to layer some more. Because obviously that's a really purple nose. And we're just layering because we're still going to add the browns on top. And the skin tones, the tans, all of those will come into effect. Okay. Payne's gray. Again, right around here. A little darker here, there's some darkness. Violets. Payne's gray again. Ralphie Ralph, thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you. Payne's gray. I'm telling you that Payne's gray is one of the main ones I've been using on this. Now the nose is going to be really dark right now. Like I said, fine. Sometimes people freak out when they're doing their painting. But this portion is the nice portion because you want to be pretty loose with it. Okay. Set. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now we're going to focus on the oranges and the browns. So right next to that skin tone, and then watch, we're gonna bring it in right here. Just creates this coral color right there. This brush. Reds. I need it more red. Just a dab. There we go. Sorry, I'm just creating some more colors that are going to go in there. 420 Gaming, hey, thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you. Deep violet here. It's like a brown. It's almost like a, I don't even know what color I'd call it, but it's actually a good color to use right here. Okay. Browns. It's always deceiving because you always think oh, it's just brown, but it's never just brown. It's always a different hue of color in there. It's just hard for us to see it sometimes. They're just these warm browns within that nose that really help. Don't make it look like a dog's nose in essence. But they're really warm. Okay. Thanks, Steve. Thank you. Again, this nose is not going to be this color. So tonight it might stay that color. Tonight we might let it highlight. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to highlight some of the areas that are going to be highlighted tomorrow. So we're going to highlight some of the places we need to. And then tomorrow, once the acrylic is dried, we put another layer on top and keep going from there. Okay, bring it up here a little bit more, there. Then I love me some burnt sienna. Or, I said burnt sienna. I keep saying that. Raw sienna. And that really adds some warmth into the highlighting colors. Again, these dollar store brushes are pretty sweet for blending. Now, we're really not blending much other than this highlight right here going into the face, but pretty sweet for blending, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's one layer. Thank you, Pineapple, thank you. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You guys know this is not usually the main subject of art that I do, but I do enjoy some painting whenever I get a chance. Okay, there's definitely a little bit more orange in there. We're gonna have to work with that tomorrow. I'm gonna let this dry. I like this as the bottom layer, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then tomorrow we're gonna start adding some more Payne's Gray, some browns and orange browns, or really warm browns. Aside from that top portion, this is skin toned, but then there's some browns in there, which is something that we can add tonight. We might as well. So there's obviously this part right here. And we'll just kind of put it right here. Add a little bit of brown here. Kind of goes into the red right here. What we're going to do now is we blend it. At least we blend it as best we can. Acrylics don't blend great like oils, but they work. Okay. Do this. That'll work. we'll work with that portion tomorrow as well to get that looking good. I'm trying to see what we'd like to get done tonight. Could go a little darker there. Add some Payne's gray and browns. So all up in this area. Now the reason I'm really working a lot on this part right here is because this part is where the focal point is going to be. And I'm gonna add a plane. There's a plane right here because of the eyes. Add a tiny bit of Payne's gray to darken him up. Just add a little bit of retarder. Give you Marmaduke vibes, yeah. He's he is kind of a dopey dog, I'm not gonna lie. He's a pretty dope. People are scared of him, but I think he's an angel. Again, we're creating a plane right here. We're darkening up that plane. As his head goes up, creating some contour. Okay. Gonna darken it up right there as well. Again, I actually really like these Dollar Tree brushes. Like it's kind of a stiff but blendy brush. I don't know, you guys can give it a try. Good deal. I'm gonna darken it up right in there as well. Let's get some water. Water can help dissipate some of the blends. Okay. Grab some of this brown. Got going up here. I really like having I just do this. Okay, let's see. I want a reddish tint brown. So I'm gonna make that. And I'm really using way too many paints right now for how much time we actually have left on this painting tonight. Add some red color because he's a red Doberman. Even into the darks, we'll add that reddish brown. I think it's key. Okay. Mark that reddish brown here. Under his eyes where it needs to go. Blending it into the darker. Again, really loose. Really like painting more of a loose feel. There you go. Starting to get to where we want it. I lied, we're going to go back to this area. I like the color that I just created. It just looks right. So I'm trying to add a little bit in there. Any other painters on right now? Any other artists? Please chime in. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Advice is always, I'm never opposed to advice. Nothing like that, Jaden. Dobermans are one of the most lovable dogs on earth, I'll be honest. They look scary, but they're amazing companions in life. Okay. We'll add some more red here. And I said red, I mean red brown. I like how it's blending. I like how it looks. So I'm giving it kind of a loose feel. Very, very soft paint. I'm also getting wet. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Coming towards the end of the night. Really, I've got to figure out this plane right here. So this plane is a nose, obviously. This was probably where I'm having most trouble. Creating the differentiation of the plane. So if there's other artists on here, please give me some advice if you have it. What do you guys think? I'm going to create gotta create that nose so it comes this way right here. And then it kind of dissipates right here. Okay. I think that creates that plane. Differentiating the plane is key when doing paintings to create dimension. And I don't know if I did a great job there or not. but that's the beginning of the plane. We will keep right there. So in essence, it follows it, now we've created the plane. So, all right, guys, it is late, time for bedtime. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys know, I obviously do hand engraving, I do some painting, and I just love art in general. So if you can, please subscribe, please hit that like notification, and we will be back to try and finish this sometime this week. So my goal is to finish it this week. Any questions right now while I'm cleaning out these brushes, please feel free to ask. All right, guys, if there's no questions, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time, peace.